With much further ado, this is the um, first ever uh, Pro2Pro podcast. Um, this is a new adventure. Just trying to reach out to PGA pros in our community and get to know our pros a little better. And I couldn't think of a better person to start this new venture than Andrew Kramer. Andrew, how are you?
Not too bad, Tony. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be on this as your first guest. When you asked me, I was excited about it, been excited about it, and happy to be here.
Well, thank you. And there's no pressure for you and I. I mean, we're gonna do this like if we were like we were playing a nice afternoon two-ball match, okay?
All right, sounds good. Yeah, no, we always have good conversations, and I enjoy the time we spend together. And yeah, this should be fun.
Why don't we start with you telling us a little bit about you, a little bit about what you do, and anything else that you wanna throw at us.
Yeah, no, I think you said that pretty well. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day operations and the hustle that you kind of forget, the things that bring you happiness and joy. And playing golf, I think we all got into the industry because at some point, we fell in love with the game and make that a career. And if you love what you do every day, it doesn't feel like a job. Um, but about me, yeah, I love eat, breathe, sleep, golf 24/7. If you can see that there, every day, find some type of way to help others be better at playing the game, or myself included. I try to make time to practice for myself, but I run a junior golf academy at Los Serranos Country Club 5 days a week called the Fast Forward Golf Academy. It helps players grow and develop into golfers, whatever level they want to play, whether that be, starting off junior golf to high school to college or even professional.
So you've been doing fast forward for the last 10 years?
Yeah, we started Fast Forward Golf Academy at Los Serranos in 2014. So we just celebrated our 10-year
Oh,
anniversary last year. Um, yeah, back then, we were finding ways to grow the game, and starting with the junior development program prior to COVID. We were looking for ways to bring more people to the facility and introduce people to golf, and to see it evolve the past 5 years after COVID has been amazing.
well, and as an accomplished teacher, you've been one of the hottest players in the Southern California PGA chapter and section events. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. I've gotten off to a pretty good year this year. Kind of carried over from the end of last year, just starting to build some momentum. And end of late summer, I came in second place in our chapter championship over at Goose
Mhm.
Creek, and carried that over into our second championship, where I fell one stroke shy of getting inside that top 10, but played 3 days of good golf. And what kind of started it, I won a pro-am over at South Hills, and there's some big names playing over there, but it gave me a
Oh,
lot of confidence. And I've kind of been just carrying that momentum into I won the Pinehurst Championship in December, and then spent the new year over in Hawaii trying
hmm.
to sneak into the Sony out Open. I got to the Monday qualifier, shot 67, missed it by two shots, but came back over here. I qualified for the Farmers Insurance Monday with a 68 over at Industry Hills. Of course, that has kind of gotten the better of me in the past, so that was nice just to get back in the mix and be in contention, trying to qualify for a PGA Tour event.
Fantastic. So, what's in store for 2025 for you? I mean, we're 3 months in. Um, what are your big plans or projects for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I'm competing in as many chapter events as I can, section events. I'm signed up for U.S. Open qualifying. Would love to get back to a Monday sectional for the
Hmm.
U.S. Open. Um, right now, I'm an alternate for the national championship, the Pro National, which is in the end of April. But a few people have dropped out, so I'm right there next on the list. Hoping I can sneak into another one of those. I qualified for it back in 2022 and made the cut, but missed getting inside that top 20 that gets you into the PGA Championship. And I would probably say that's one of my biggest goals is to represent my golf course and family at the highest levels.
What's your message to to the fellow PGA pro or fellow associate that maybe looking to get better?
No, that's a great question. I think, some of the courses that we get the opportunity to play that the SCPGA hosts at, I mean, some of the courses that are the most prestigious, throughout Southern California that maybe otherwise you wouldn't get the opportunity to normally play. And not only playing the tournament, but going out and playing a practice round the day before. I've always felt like I play my best when I prepare my best, right? When I go into the tournament feeling prepared, my game's good. That's typically when the results will be how I like them to. So getting the opportunity to play like, a week ago we were at Red Hill.
Mm.
The week before that we were at Monarch Beach. Our annual meeting was at Santa Ana Country Club. These are all courses, that are pretty hard and exclusive to get out to. So just learn a new course that you maybe haven't played before, and then also networking, right? Getting out there with your fellow professionals. I can't tell you how many relationships I've built from people that I've played with in a tournament that maybe I wouldn't normally get to, and just networking with your fellow professionals. It can go a long way. Usually by the end of the round, you feel like you're pretty good friends. There's some camaraderie, and it's always like, hey, if you're ever free, come out to my course, right?
Mhm.
And it's typically reciprocated. Like you're exchanging contact information and just building friendships. I think that's what it really comes down to.
There's a lot to be said about the networking. It's not only networking pro to pro, but you're seeing vendors, you're seeing sponsors who without them we couldn't have the playing opportunities that we have. That is a great opportunity to see new products, right?
I mean, just think about 2 weeks ago when we had the member associate meeting at the Journey of Pachanga, on the first tee. I believe they were called Fuel Station. They had those little hydro flasks with the magnet on them, and they did personal engraving for everyone there with the laser technology while you waited on the tee. And meeting him, and I know now, we're going to bring a couple of those into the shop, and we have a big upcoming tournament where everyone in the tournament is going to get one, and just little things like that make such a big difference and go a long way. It's You'll never know who you meet, at these meetings, aside from your colleagues. But like you said, the sponsors and the vendors that put so much effort into the industry.
If you could look at the young version of Andrew Kramer, what would be the message to younger Andrew right now?
Message to my younger self would probably be spend more time on and around the greens. I mean, the game of golf, it's a very, very thin line of, being one of the best players in the world to a struggling tour pro day to day. I would say, spend more time on the putting green and chipping green. The goal is of golf, simply put, is to get the ball in the hole.
In the hole.
And you do that with the putter, and if you're chipping it in, then you don't even got to worry about putting. But if I could go back, I would spend hours and hours on the range.
We didn't even get to know about what the equipment that you're playing, but I see the brand Titleist there on the back. I mean, I'm sure you're a Titleist ambassador, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been with Titleist since. I mean, they've taken care of me since I turned professional. Even before that, they do such a great job at keeping their eye on up and coming amateurs. They're always asking me, "Hey, do you have any good students that you think can benefit from playing our equipment?" And I mean, there's a reason why, they're the number one ball in golf and number one in equipment. But I think what really separates them is that they are the best people to work for in the business. They look after their players. They cater to really all levels. From their golf balls to their clubs becoming more forgiving. People used to think of Titleists as just like, oh, only for professionals, but now they kind of have their different tiers with their T300s, 200s, 100s, their drivers, the GT1, 2, and 3, really so that they cater to all levels, really.
I believe the number is about 1,800 associates and members in our section. What's the message that you want to send out to them?
The day-to-day grind. I know sometimes they're long days, 8 hours in the shop, or whether you're 8 hours on the range. Just kind of try to find some time for yourself, whether that be hitting some balls on the range, or like I said, going to the chipping or putting green, and just finding the joy in that. Because I think we all got into the industry because we fell in love with this game at some point. And it's our responsibility to pass that off to the future generations and motivate people to not only play golf but play better golf.
Andrew Kramer, thank you very much for taking part of this. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun, and I got to know you a little better.
Yeah, no, this was great. Thanks again for having me, and I wish you nothing but success with this. And looking forward to sharing the story. So, are you ready to go play? You want to go play 9 holes? You got some time to go hit some?
I got a bunch of shoes that I have to check in, and I have some balls that I have to put in display, and maybe later on I'll join you out on the course. Okay.
All right, I'll catch you out there. Thanks for having me,
Thank you.
Tony. Have a great day.
You got
All
it.
right,
Bye bye.
take care.